Hi guys, I'm Pippa and I'm a real estate advisor here at Ideal Homes in Portugal. And Lindsay and I are here today to talk to you about why we moved here from the UK. So Lindsay, how come you are here? What made you decide to move?
Well, mostly because of the sunshine, guys. As you can see behind us, it's blue skies, it's December, and there's been many times, even in winter, that we've been on the beach. So for me, it was the main reason was the outdoor living in Portugal. And
Yeah,
what
it's
about
lovely
you?
being here.
Yeah.
It's the heat, always the heat. I've been an expat my whole life and Portugal's just got such a homely feel. All the people here are so lovely. Everyone's really friendly. A lot of the Portuguese speak English, which is helpful because my language skills aren't the best. But yeah, it's great outdoor living. You know, we're surfing in December and paddleboarding and kayaking, and it's just a really great way of life. If you like being outdoors and you like all of the sports that you would do in England and be wrapped up to the nines. I mean, there's guys behind us in t-shirts playing golf. So,
well, everything in the UK is indoors, guys, isn't it? I suppose because of all the rain. Like everything that we have, it's all massive, like massive sort of buildings, like warehouse buildings where, you know, you have all the indoor skiing.
Yeah.
But everything's indoors for that reason. Yeah, so definitely outdoor living. The restaurants are obviously great here in Portugal. Eating out is very cheap. I love being able to go to like the little local villages where you can just get the fish straight from the boats.
Yeah.
Or they serve the fish obviously from there and it's like €8. Sometimes you can get 3 courses for €8,
Yeah,
including
so
a
good.
drink. So it's crazy prices. So eating out is very cheap.
wine here is fantastic. I mean, I was laughing the other day with one of my friends. I bought a bottle of wine and I was like, oh, I've really pushed the boat out today. €8.
Yeah, that is expensive for a bottle of wine here.
You know, a great bottle of wine here is like €3. So in comparison to the UK,
Yeah,
you know, you're paying a lot less to have just as good a time.
yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, another thing that's actually a really good thing is when you get into like the health system and you get your U10 number here, when you do see a doctor or you get a prescription or anything like that, then you obviously get, I think it's about a third of the price off.
It is actually, yeah.
And usually, obviously, in the UK, if you're working, you have to pay for everything. We don't get anything for free. So that's kind of nice that you're working, you're in the system, and then you get reduced
Prescriptions?
prescriptions, that's the word. Thank you, people. It's not coming out. So yeah, I do think that's a good one.
Yeah.
And obviously they're really good. Like the dentists that I go to, the doctors, they all speak English. So it's it's very comforting when you have to go and have these appointments and they at least do speak. I do want to speak Portuguese. The plan is still to learn. So hopefully after this COVID mess, I suppose, the lessons will start again and we will be fluent. But it is nice to be here because English is spoken so much.
Yeah.
You know, to get this far 6 years down the line and still not be fluent. Fluent in anything that makes sense anyway. And it is safe though. I mean, I suppose you know, like 15 years ago in England, I can remember that my auntie used to live in Clayton. So she used to live like a front doors unlocked. She never used to lock her doors. And that was like, it's probably say well longer now, 25 years in the UK. And I feel like it's like that here. It's very safe. You know, I live alone here.
Yeah, you don't feel uncomfortable if you're walking along the streets.
No, if I'm driving, if I go anywhere late at night, I do feel, and I think it's like the third safest country in Europe. So that's good. You know, England's very built up. You know, even the local towns, there's a lot of people in there. So there's a lot of people here in the Algarve, but it feels like it's nicely spread out. And like I said, there's 2 different sides, isn't there? So
Yeah. So there's an international school just up the road and they teach British curriculum there.
Okay.
So in Villamora they do it. They also do it at Nobel. Mm-hmm. They teach British curriculum. So if you guys are deciding to come down, you know, and bring your kids with you, equally it's just as good here as it would be in the UK.
that's good.
And the same system. So when if they decide to go back to the UK when
they've had the same education.
Absolutely, as everybody else.
And I suppose now with there's so many people having like, what do you call them? Like remote jobs because of COVID and the time zone being the same. That's probably why there's so many families now that are literally deciding to move, you know, looking for a villa, get in the pool, they can work from home, the kids can go to a great school. So yeah, there's loads of reasons why you should move down here, guys. I came for 6 months and I've been here for 6 years, so it kind of says it all.
I came on a one-way ticket, so still haven't gone back.
Yeah, it's still here. Oh, another thing that I do think is really cute though is when if you go to like the supermarkets or the chemists or anything where you have to queue up, they let like elderly people, disabled people, pregnant women, and also adults with toddlers go to the front of the queue. And I actually think that that's a really sweet thing.
Yeah.
You know, like it feels like olden times.
Yeah.
You know, that
It's
would
like
never happen
like a
in England.
respect thing.
Yeah, it's like a respect thing. Yeah, definitely. And you say that wouldn't happen in England because if there's queue jumping,
Oh
everyone's
my goodness,
going
it's like
crazy.
chaos.
Everyone's going crazy. But I think it's a really nice thing.
No, the Algarve's quite small as well. You've got the east side, the west side, nowhere's too far away. Mm-hmm. Lisbon's 2.5 hours, great shopping up there, loads of culture up there, trains, everything's really accessible here.
And the coaches are pretty good, to be fair, as well. Like when you go to the bus station, you know, you can even get a coach right out to Madrid. You can go anywhere in Spain for them.
Yeah, and Spain's only 3 hours away, so.
Yeah, we actually went to Sevilla in September, and we drove. It was like 2.5 hours. Yeah. And then took my passport, got to the bridge, and it was just there, straight over into Spain. So it was very easy. So travelling around Europe, I suppose, once you're here, it kind of opens the whole of Europe.
Yeah.
There's definitely great shopping in Lisbon and Sevilla, I'd say.
And it's really, and in terms of if you are wanting to travel around Europe, you've got Lisbon as an airport, but you also have Faro, which is, I mean, from here it's only 20 minutes. Obviously, Faro Airport, you can travel around Europe for literally next to nothing. Mm-hmm. It's got bigger over the last couple of years. Definitely since I've been here, and I've only been here, 2.5 years now. Yeah. So you'll have seen a massive difference.
Yeah, I have, because I felt like, there was one time I went with my Portuguese friends. I was in England, and we were meeting in Gran Canaria, and I found it really mad that they had to drive from Portugal to Spain to go to another island in Spain. And I was like, you've got to drive all that way. But the connections now, and even the flights from the UK, I mean, I've just booked some for Christmas, and I've literally paid, I think it was £16 to go home on the 23rd, and I've paid £13 to come back on like New Year's Eve. So
absurd.
it's like literally crazy. I actually can't even get on a bus probably in the Algarve for that cheap.
No.
So getting here is easy, 2.5 hours. In some respects, when I was in the UK, I remember that I used to say to my mum I was coming home for the weekend, and then I'd check the weather and it'd be raining in the north, and then I'd go, oh, the flights to Portugal are really cheap, and I'd like literally just book a flight and come here. So it's so easy.
It's so easy, and it's no stress. You can do it on. You don't need a lot of stuff when you get here. No. Everything is available here when you do.
Yeah.
My family are coming next week, and I think my mum's getting on with a handbag.
Yeah, that's like me when I go home.
Which is great.
I just steal everybody's suitcases in the UK when I come back. I was actually rounding
them up. Got a collection of suitcases here.
Yeah, my mum called me. She's like, I found you a suitcase. I was like, good, but my garage here is literally full of suitcases from England, because I just go home and then bring them back. So yeah, there's plenty of reasons to move here, guys. I suppose we could go on all day about them.
So if you're looking for relocation, give us a call on the number below, and one of the team will be able to help you. So there's me, Lindsay, Sandy and Renee. We'll be more than happy to help with any questions that you have.